The jury has heard all the evidence in the au pair affair double murder trial. Closing arguments are expected tomorrow morning.
The defendant, Brendan Banfield, is accused of murdering his wife, Christine, and another man in their Herndon home in 2023 and making it look like the other man, Joe Ryan, killed Christine. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder has been in the courtroom for all of the action. Drew, Brendan was back on the witness stand today. What did he say?
Yeah, some huge moments today in court, Mauricio, especially when the prosecution cross-examined Brendan Banfield. The au pair, Juliana Perez-Miguelia, says that Brendan wanted to get his wife, Christine, quote, out of the picture. Brendan denies that, but in the very next breath talks about telling the au pair that he was in love with her and he couldn't live without her. Well, on the witness stand today, the prosecution cross-examined Banfield and pressed him about his claim that Joe Ryan stabbed Christine, and then Brendan's claim that he tried to save his wife's life as she was bleeding to death in their bedroom. Brendan was a federal law enforcement agent and testified that he had some training in emergency critical incident response. He said that he covered Christine's stab wounds with his hands to try to stop the bleeding. Well, the 911 call operator instructed them to use a towel instead. This is that towel. Certainly doesn't appear it was used to block the bleeding of a neck that had been stabbed 7 times with a large knife.
You did not, at that point in time, use the towel, the blanket, the sheet, or the other blanket to staunch the flow of blood from her neck?
It wasn't until I was instructed to by 911 to do that. Pressure is a different form of treatment that we were taught, and that is also what Christine was doing. I believe that that was the best course of action at the time.
To put pressure on the wound that was so large that your finger went inside of it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I'm stating the obvious here, but what the prosecution is trying to get at is simply an argument that they don't believe Brendan actually tried to save his wife's life like he claims he did. Of course, that doesn't directly suggest that he's the one who killed his wife, but it's a piece of this bloody puzzle with more than a few pieces still missing. The jury will start to piece that puzzle together tomorrow. Closing arguments start at 10 a.m. Jury deliberations follow. You can watch the closing arguments live on NBCWashington.com. You guys.
All right, Drew Wilder live for us in our newsroom tonight. Drew, thank you.